Okay, so I'm going into Stu Kent, and we're going to look at chapter 3 where it talks about the content calendar. Oops, maybe there it is. Because we're going to kind of review some things. This may help you also on the quiz, because the quiz will cover the first 10 chapters. That's what the quiz will be, quiz questions from those first 10 chapters. It won't be over any of the assignments or the other things that I've had you do, but it will be over those first 10 chapters. So let's see, let me go to chapter 3. Find where it talks about it. Identify a target market and create personas. I had somebody, Jaden, was that you that's going to do that about the personas in your intro to malt class? That's pretty cool.
I didn't even do my persona. I was like, oh,
yeah, she's creating designing an app that will create personas for her intro to malt project. Social media audit. Well, where is that at? Links, strategies. Well, I thought it was right here. There's that it? No. Okay, if somebody finds it before I do, let me know what page it's on. Define, create, and optimize. There it is, content, I think. Content strategy. There's an infographic. They have to create one of those too. Let's see. Here it is. Okay, so create, this is step 9 down here. It probably said it right there and I didn't have to do that. Yeah, I did right there. Okay, create a social media content calendar and schedule post. So here's what you do with this is using a social media content calendar is a great way to plan, organize, and schedule all social media activities. In many instances, the social media content calendar is a subset of a larger marketing campaign calendar. Now, the reason this is important is in the second 8 weeks, we're going to actually implement a marketing campaign, social media marketing campaign with Buoy, with your Mimic Social. So we're going to have a chapter on that. And so this will come into play then, this content calendar. So before we start into the next 8 weeks, you'll want to get this lined up and make sure you understand how to use the content calendar. What it does is it lists the content types. What are the different types of content that you can have? Well, what's one that everybody uses? What is this? Picture. So we have images. What else do we have? Yes, video. So those are 3 right there. It tells you these are also referred to as assets, post assets, because anything that you use in your post is an asset to that, for that post, and you can reuse assets. If you get a big library full of things, just like they do for the Buoy company, and you're able to just pick from that library of videos and images and GIFs. Anybody know what a GIF is?
It's like a short little, it's almost like a video, but it keeps replaying over.
It's an animation, right? It's usually a vector image. It is a vector image. It can't be a picture. It has to be like a clip art that moves or something. Used to be the first kind of animations. Then you want to have call to action links that will be published on each social media network. So what's a call to action link? Anybody? Anybody awake? I'm not. It's too late in the afternoon, right? So what's a call to action link? What's one? When you go to Facebook, can you have a call to action button on there? What is, sometimes when you go to a business Facebook, what does it say to do? Like, pardon?
Subscribe.
Yes, that's a call to action. If it says subscribe, sometimes it'll say, okay, what's a business Facebook? Let's see. Somebody that's selling stuff on Facebook. Is Etsy on there? Let's see. Probably not as Etsy. Yeah, there it is. Okay, these are call to action buttons. Shop now, send a message. Those are called call to action buttons because they want you to do something. Sometimes they may just say, go to the website or click here. I imagine that's what the shop now button takes you to a website. Let's see. Yeah, it does. So see, those are things that's just on Facebook, call to action links that you can use. So every content calendar should contain key themes and dates for the business, such as holidays and events, press releases, news announcements, product releases, campaigns, and more. So when we get ready to do the marketing campaign, you'll have a certain slot on your content calendar that says starting the social media marketing campaign, because at the end of it, if it runs a week, if it runs the rest of the rounds that you're doing, you'll want to see what the results were, if it was an effective campaign or not. So the holidays, that's why in Mimic Social, I'm going to see if it'll let me open both. I think it does not. If I remember right. I'm going to see if it will. Let me open as a student Mimic Social so we can. Actually, I want to open it this way. It's probably going to log me out of that other one. Maybe not. No, maybe not. Okay, so let's see. I think David, he's scoring pretty high, ranking pretty high. We'll look at his. Okay, so here's where he's been doing. Let's see if I can find some of his actual. Go to the simulation. Messages scenario. I thought I had. So today we should be in round. There's the questions, course rankings. There we go. That's what I wanted to see too. So these are the things that where everybody's been being ranked and what round everyone's on. So I got a couple people right up to what they should be at. Rank number 10, round 10. Whoever number 3 is, 3 and 4 at 9. So some of you've only done, looks like a couple people, but they may not even be taking the course anymore. Okay, let me go back to, it'll let me back to the people. So the reason I wanted to bring in this is because we will actually be doing this during holidays. That's why they wanted it set up this way, is so that, okay, oh, Ashton's at the top now, and then David. And Ashton's one with 10 rounds. Okay, so you will actually be posting during you will be still doing Bowie during Thanksgiving, even though this dates were kind of squirrely the way they did it. But so you should have holidays on your content calendar. Okay, so that's why I wanted to bring that out. So you need to have, I think there's Halloween's on there too, I'm sure, because it started like in October, didn't it? Didn't your post start in October? Okay, so, oh, here's students again. Why won't it let me do? Who else has one? There's Ashton. I thought it was gonna let me see. Metrics. thought it was gonna let me see some of your posts, but it's not. Let me see if I'm on here. No. Yeah, we're gonna do a total of 20 rounds is what I stopped it at. Oh, course start date was August 14th, but that isn't when this started. Okay, let me go back here to where we can look at this. So we want to be sure that on certain holidays that we have it marked and that we do different kinds of posts on those holidays. A weekly and monthly social media content calendar template is provided within the resources of this textbook. Can also be downloaded below. So since we're only doing 20 rounds, we don't really want to do a monthly. We should actually do a weekly. So before writing post, creating the social media assets that will support each post, which will help shape the post text later on. Such content can include, and here's all the different type of content. We brought out blog posts. Does anybody, okay, Jaden, is anybody else an intro to bulk? I think she's the only one, right? Jaden, where can they go to find good infographic templates? Well, we just talked about today. Do you have your infographic made? The infographics, where did we go to make that? There's a blog article and there's a, I'll show you. It's in Canva. Has anybody used Canva before? Canva is if you're not a graphic designer and know Photoshop and Illustrator, Canva is a lot easier to use and it's free open source. I mean, there's a purchased one that you can have more things available to you. But if you go here, I will give this link to you all because you may want to know on your own. How many of you have ever made an infographic? Is anybody? Okay. Ashton, what did you make it for a particular post or something, or did you do it for a class? For a class? Okay, how many of you, is there anyone that's not real sure what an infographic is? I know you've seen them on your post, right? You see them on blog articles. Okay, if you, let me go to this one where it's at. I'll put this link also for you guys. No, that isn't it. Where did it go? Let me find it. Infographic. Oh, I know where it is. Okay, so there's an article here, and let me show you some pictures of some graphics. This article is from HubSpot, and used to, when I taught social media without using Stu Kent, we used HubSpot a lot, and we went through some of their free courses, just like we're doing Hootsuite as a free course. They have a lot of free courses too, and they have a lot of good speakers, and some of your expert sessions, there are some that are from HubSpot sponsors, if you see this little logo here. But he talks here about creating infographics, and it's as simple as writing regular old text-based blog posts. But people will usually look at them quicker than they will. This is an infographic. And this one is a general description of what your timeline is all about and what folks should expect to find. This is the world's greatest timeline. So amazing things happen. So these, in other words, it has text, but it has it graphically. And here's a call to action button at the bottom of it. So what it's saying, those are things. See, here's running an inbound marketing campaign in 2018. So they drew the things that they need to do in order to do that. Brainstorming a campaign, then defining your personas, setting SMART goals, creating the offer. So, you know, a campaign, you're going to create some kind of offer for people to make them want to participate. Choose your stage, design the conversion path, prepare for launch and promotion, measuring and reporting on campaign results. So it's usually just a laid out set of steps, but in a graphical way. And so what I had students do in Intro to Malt, they were designing their app, and they had to create an infographic with the steps that you would take to use their app. And so those are things that people look at a little more than if they were just text with step bulleted points. So now, are there any infographics in Mimic Social that you have available to you? Has anybody found any to use in your post? Ashton, have you seen any in the library? In there? What about you, David? Did you see any? Y'all's done the most posting. Yeah, were there any in that library? Okay. Okay, so you used one. All right. So those are things, these are all the different things that you can use when you're inside there, when you're creating your content calendar. So this content calendar is actually an Excel spreadsheet, I believe. Has anyone got any part of it filled out? No? Okay, so you'll want to go in and do that, and most of you have at least done 5 rounds, so you can just go back and look at your post and put them in your calendar. And then for the next few weeks, you should plan them out. A great content strategy should focus on creating high quality posts that the target audience will want to engage with. In chapters 4 through 10, you will learn a proper content strategy for each social media network. And remember, that's what we've been doing, is we've even done some discussions on those content strategies. If we go back over, let me go back to our class, because I want to be sure that we're understanding all of the assignments. Okay, so we've gone through the content calendar, but like I was saying, you only have to have up to it'd actually just be 5 rounds, right? Because even though you've done 10 rounds, one of them each time are the questions, right? So you should have posts for like 5 weeks, something like that, on your content calendar. Marketing with this. Okay, so anybody those of you that haven't done that many rounds, do you have questions? Are you having trouble with it, or just not taking the time to do it yet? Anybody have any questions about it? Okay, that's what this today is for, so that I can next when we start next week on Wednesday, I can be assured that all of you will have all your assignments done, right? Okay. Because that's what you need to get caught up, because the ones that are coming afterwards, there won't be as much reading, because we only have chapters, well, there is 13 through, or 11 through 18, but they're shorter and they're more, not as much new stuff as these are. These are, the last ones are more about how to really set it up in a corporation and stuff. And some of it I'm not going to have you do the assignment. So here are the quizzes, the ones, remember, that have more than 10 points. Now this was a discussion that nobody has done yet, the future of Facebook. This one says, ask students to read the blog post, form groups, and share their thoughts on the new privacy policy. Are there any items that Facebook failed to address you consider in the future? What impact do you think this has on the future of Facebook? Okay, you need to answer this. You were supposed to have done it about 3 weeks ago, whenever we first started on Facebook, the chapter on Facebook. So you read this post, which is a privacy-focused vision for social networking, and then you write a post about what stood out to you, or you can just answer those questions that are there. Are there any items that Facebook, if somebody else has answered them and you disagree with something they answered, then respond, okay? So I'm gonna look for whether you're the first one to create a thread in there, or if you're just responding to others is fine too, as long as I can tell that you've read the post. So that was something that was in there that nobody's done yet. Okay, and this is the one I believe that I said you didn't, if you did that one, that's extra because we did it in this one where we did them as groups and we did either Twitter or Snapchat. So there was a couple people that did that one up there too. And so, yeah, this is the one where we did it together, and I believe everybody's is in there. Where is the post for that? Oh, it's up here. Yeah, there's 3 of them. Okay, they're all there. So everybody gets that 15 points that was here that day, because if you weren't here, then you didn't participate. I think it has people's names in those rows so I can tell. All right, so that one though is what I was saying, that we did some people did Snapchat and some people did Twitter. And so that should have helped you in knowing how to post to Mimic Social. So this one is the one that is for extra credit. So I need to go down and change that. That's 15 points. Now, this one here that says optimize Twitter and LinkedIn. Remember, I told you just need to be working on that. And this, you'll notice I have a December 10th due date, because that's at the point where you'll put your actual link to your Twitter and LinkedIn so that I can see the difference from up here in your personal brand, the audit. Was that the one where you were supposed to put just a screenshot of when you first started this class? It didn't mean that you had to start new ones. If you already had a Twitter and a LinkedIn, you were supposed to take a screenshot at that point to submit here. Is that where that, what is this? Wait a minute. This may be the one on. Yeah, somebody posted this. Ashton did. Let's see. Let me see. Yeah, some people got confused in the audit. They put, here's, Odessa put her screenshots. This was her screenshots when class started of her LinkedIn and her Twitter. And that's supposed to be under the assignment called Personal Brand Worksheet Audit. That's different than the Personal Brand Worksheet. Now, if you have a question about that, let me know, because some people put their worksheet, I'm sorry, where'd that go? Here's personal brand. Here's the brand worksheet there, and here was for the audit. So in the audit, that should only have your screenshot of Twitter and LinkedIn when you first started the class. And so if you haven't done that, go ahead and post that there so I can compare it with at the end of the semester when we get to the optimized Twitter and LinkedIn. There you will post your link so I can go in and look at it. Does everybody understand the difference of those two? Okay, let me go back here. Maybe I didn't need to do this today. Everybody seems to not have any questions. Okay, so that was the content strategy, the optimize. Like I was telling you, I just assigned that then. Hootsuite. Does anybody not understand the Hootsuite one? I had to explain that to Raphael today. Anybody not understand this assignment? I can show you a couple that did it, what they did. Once you complete it, you'll have a screenshot that shows that congratulations on finishing the Hootsuite platform course. But right there where it says, if you've already bought the certification, you're not required to buy the certification. But if not, click here to get certified. But that's if you, I want you to be aware of where this is, because in industry, that's very well recognized. And Hootsuite is like Mimic Social. It's a scheduler. That's what it is. But it helps you in knowing when to schedule and things. So this is one of the things that you need to do. So all of these things are listed there in the module. But I want to make sure this one assignment, let me see that I have that in there because I didn't see it on the home. There's all the quizzes, midterm. Oh yeah, I'm not going to make y'all do that one either. Mimic social, personal brand, worksheet. Oh, do I have that in 2 places? Wait, no, I don't. Okay, so personal brand, worksheet, and then this is the audit, which is where just your screenshots go. I talk about all 3 parts of it in this assignment. When you look at it, it tells you all 3 parts, but these 2 parts actually you post in that audit portion. Okay, so let me go back and put that in that, a link to that in here. Okay, where personal brand was up here. Where is that personal brand? Okay, so now that's on the home page too. So everything in here, let me go to the student view because you'll see some things. Okay, so everything in here except for this will be here all semester for you to drop stuff in. So this is where the screenshots go. If you have put your brand worksheet in here, then it needs to be here. Your personal brand worksheet and this, even though the due dates are there, it still is available, so you should be able to submit anything there. And the same way with all these quizzes. So the content calendar, you don't have to have submitted anything there yet. You just need to be working on it. Same thing, you don't put anything there yet. That's where I'll give you your grade for Mimic Social at the end of it. Then these are all the chapters. Here's a discussion on the Facebook, platform, training. This is the one that's for extra credit. This is the one that you just don't have to post in yet. It will be part of your personal brand grade. So it'll go towards the end. You can go ahead and put your link to your Twitter and LinkedIn here if you want to. It's just that I won't look at it until the end. So that's what that's about. And then here's where the midterm is. And you'll notice the midterm says it's 100 points. And you'll have 45 minutes. You'll be timed. It's going to open. Let me see. Is it already open? I don't know. It's going to be open until 5:30 the 16th. Oh, I didn't mean it to be that. It should be before class on the 16th. Okay, let me get out of. There's 25 questions. They'll all come from those chapters that we've already covered. Oh, wait, what does it say? Shuffle, time limit. that should say. But I didn't make it. Is it available for you to open right now? It should not be. I don't know why I did fix that. Done. Okay, so it should start. Does anybody want to take it over the weekend, or you just want me to open it on Monday? Does anybody want it open on the weekend? No? Okay, then it'll be open the 14th at 8 a.m. until 4:15 on Wednesday of next week. Okay. All right, so next week when we come, we're just going to start, we're going to get introduced to the influencers in Mimic Social, where that you'll be able to use those. Have you guys used the influencers inside there in Mimic Social yet? Oh, you did already? Okay, so that's what chapter 13 is about. Okay, anybody have any questions about anything or need to go over anything else? Anybody need help with their posting to Mimic Social or how to get around in that application? You want to look at that? Okay, so let's go back here. I think it's, there it is. Okay, so whenever you get ready to post in here, if you haven't looked at the instructions, that's really helpful too. So if you go to, let me go to, so like for instance, okay, so let's say Letitia wants to do one. Let's just go into yours. Okay, so right here, what you're in round 0. So what you have to do is come up and do, you need to look at the, see if it's here. No, that's not where it is. I don't know where that's supposed to show up all the time. Where did I get to that? Okay. No, I don't want the grader. Somewhere is where, did you go through the video and watch it? Did you do that? Where the instructions? Okay, so let me log out and log in as a student. Here it is. Okay, so when you come in, this is what yours will look like, right? And so what you, did you go in and read all of this stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, and did you do these? Did you look at this? Okay, so this is the part, and you can either watch the video again, or you can read this part where it says, building social media marketing campaigns, content promotion via social media ads, and social media analytics. Some background to help you get started. As a social media marketing manager, your first step in achieving social media success is to familiarize yourself with the company's background. The scenario portion of the simulation is meant to give you some high-level information about the company for which you are building your campaign. To your left is a bit of information regarding the company's current financial and marketing status. It might be wise to take a few notes so that you don't have to frequently revisit these pages. However, you can refer back to these pages as often as you would like. Okay, so this was the first part. Have you built any post yet?
No.
Okay, so on the, after you read all of this part, the one thing that everybody needs to do is every week to use as much of the $5,000 budget as you can There's no need to save it because it doesn't roll over. Isn't that what it told us? Okay, so on the weekly memos, this is the first one, influencer market. Oh, wait, am I in the wrong round? You shouldn't be into this yet. The scenario.
You're gonna be off in the wrong one.
Yeah, because it's round 7. Whose am I in? I'm in somebody's. I think I'm in Ashton's, maybe. Somebody sent him a message. Oh. Let me see if this is it. What is your best quality travel bag?
Oh, you're in mine.
I am in yours?
Yeah. Because I remember I did that.
Okay, so if you were going to, are you in round 7?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you were getting ready to create a post, have you done it for round 7? I'm going to go out. Let me go out and just.
I was going to say, I ended up posting just a few seconds ago.
Where? Where is it at?
In the list, I think you put it under.
That's the summary. That doesn't show your actual post, does it?
Yeah, on the.
Over here?
It's in the black. So where it also has Sue's name.
Oh, over here?
Yep. And then you just go to post history, or you can.
Oh, there they are. Okay, so if we wanted to see, this one was 11/5. This is one of her posts. So if you were going to create a new one, are those yours?
A lot of those aren't even mine, but some of those were.
I think this is Ashton's, because I think that's whose I picked a while ago. These are the published ones.
Yeah, that's not mine. I don't have those.
It's not yours either, Ashton? Okay, let me go out.
Usually, you're on yours. No, because it says her name in the corner.
That's my login, though. Oh, that's David's. Is it yours, David? Yeah. Maybe your Jedi training will go better. Is that his?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you were going to create a new one, well, let me go into, how do I get to Letitia's? Let me go back and we can create one for you. I probably have to log in as you or something. Let me just go in as a student here. And I have a demo one right here. And so if I wanted, this is what yours will look like, okay? And so the scenario tells you, here's the physical overview and the executive summary. You're supposed to read this first. And I don't know why that read. Here's where you create the post. And so here, what would you like to share? So if we want to do post to Facebook, yes, but we're not going to, if you promote it, that's when you spend money, okay? And here's the instructions, see, content planning. Did you see this part? Okay, so you can go here, and on some platforms you might find success posting several times per day. On other platforms, you may not find value in posting more than once per day. You can choose to ignore platforms that aren't performing well. So you know what that's talking about when it says platforms? Okay, that's talking about all the different accounts like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. So you can post to all of them first and see which ones you get results and which ones you don't, and then decide not to post to those, or you can just pick one or two. Always, always in here, it ranks you highest if you do Facebook and Twitter, I believe. Is Instagram one that it ranks you high? You guys that are ranking high? Did it rank you if you did Instagram? No, which posts are getting the most rank?
I'm pretty sure it's Instagram.
Instagram's one of them. Okay,
Yeah,
so
I think so.
Content promotion, as you might already be aware, promoting content in social media is a way of quietly advertising. So like Facebook has certain charges for pushing your ad out there. They charge you, so it's called a Facebook ad, so you can spend money, and you've got $5,000 to spend. So this kind of helps you know what to do, but to start out with, you just put things out there and see if it works. So if we do Facebook, wait a minute, yes, and we'll say go ahead and promote it, creating a new audience, okay. So here we're saying, who do we want to promote it to? Do we want to promote it greater than 13? If we want to go say 18-year-olds to, let's say 45, okay. All genders. Interest would maybe be, buoy stuff is like camping stuff, isn't it? Hiking stuff. So their interest, maybe we'll say, is hiking. Let's just make that. The budget, let's spend about, on this first post, you can spend as much as you want. We'll go up here. We'll say spend about $100 here because you got 5,000 to spend, right? Oh, I went over that. Okay, save this audience. Yes, we're going to see audience name. What age range? We'll just call it a hiking age. Done. So now we've got that created. Now, if we want to add something, we'd go here and we pick what we want our posts to be. And see, look, it tells you the price of them. Here's one that's $125. It's an infographic. Okay, so how to get into college, want to learn what it takes to get into college. That doesn't really go along with hiking, does it? Best gear, headed back to college, need new gear. So that one says it's $0 though. It doesn't cost anything. Here's some more. There's a lot of infographics. How we give back. Well, just for the sake of it, we'll just do that one just so you can see. So we put that on there. And that says, what would you, here's the time. You can say when you want it to post. Look, it's scheduled is $255. So you can pick what time of day, and just make several posts that are at different times and different times in the week. Because see, this is October 16th through the 22nd. So from Monday to Sunday, what days you want to post on. And so you would post, we'll just leave this one here for the Monday at noon. There are no pending posts. What would you like to share? Okay, we can post to Twitter. Yes, but we're not going to promote it. And Instagram, yes. So we'll put the same age on Instagram. Oops, no, that wasn't what I wanted. Let me do, oh, let me say use a saved audit. We'll use that same audience, right? Done. Okay, so instructions say, here's where you can, frequency type, see it tells you some information about those right there. Choose content, schedule, post frequency, infographic. It tells you timing is everything. So there it tells you good times to post, okay? So you kind of have to just click around on things. You can't mess it up. Okay, so we're ready to post that one. Schedule. Oops, missing text. So, oh, what did it do? This post has no text. Okay, I probably want to type something in here. Need new gear for school. There, now it's got some text. So now you can create another one. And you see how easy it is? And so then when you click run simulation, when you get all the posts in there, see here's telling in this round so far how much I've spent and here's how much I've got left. So you've still got quite a bit of money left. So you can go through all of those and look at all those different ones, okay? And there's probably videos in here. Can you tell which one? Did y'all post any videos, anybody? In their videos? Kayla, do you know?
What?
Was there videos in here?
Yeah, they're
Where do you get them at?
If you go to the top where it says all content, you can choose which one.
Oh, there you go. See that? And I noticed David used a lot of these memes. Here's a holiday advertisement because Halloween's coming up, right? So they should have something there and holiday images. So just have fun with it. Can't mess it up, okay? Just play with it. Because that's worth a lot of your points, and not whether you rank. Everybody that does it and completes all the rounds, you get a passing grade on it. Okay, just some will get, if they rank higher, then they get the higher grades. Okay, everybody ready? Anybody have any questions? We ready to go? If you want to try it while we're still here and somebody help you, but if you think you can figure it out now, if that helped, okay. All right, anything else anybody has? Needs speak up, because everybody can help one another. Some of them are really good at it. Okay, well, I'm gonna stop the recording then, and I will post this out there too.